Hi everyone! So shortly after creating my video on how to beat the London with the c6 sideline, I got another London on the board. So let's follow this game. d4, knight f6, bishop f4, and if you have watched my previous video, you know what's going on. c6. Here e3, queen b6, again attacking this b2 pawn. So here my previous opponent played queen c1. Here this one played b3, so d6, c3. That's probably not the greatest move, but it does show you that London players often follow their typical setup, sometimes no matter what. Obviously stronger players won't do such thing, but I think it's still quite typical of the mindset of many London players. So here bishop f5, countering bishop d3. Bishop d3 happens, and here, well, here it's logical to take. So takes, knight h5, bishop g3. So if I don't do anything, maybe white will play knight e2, maybe he will try to save his bishop with bishop h4. Anyway, it's the perfect moment to take this bishop, h takes g3, and now, like I said in the previous video, we played g6, fianchetto our bishop, and after knight f3, bishop g7, knight e2, knight e7, similar stuff as before. Here our opponent tried to get fancy, tried to attack us, so here we just played h6, and after knight e6 I had to think for a while if taking the knight was dangerous or not, but I calculated a few moves and I concluded that by playing king f8 I'm defending the bishop. And there just isn't a lot of danger for me. So f takes, queen takes, of course, this is the point. King f8, queen takes e6. Now white has 2 pawns for the piece. And here I was thinking about what's the most annoying thing my opponent can do. Well, for one, it's probably knight e4. And for this reason, among others, I played knight f6, just preventing it, making some space to get my pieces in. And here, opponent jumped in with knight e4. But of course, if we trade it, that means one less attacking piece for our opponent. So we can take it without any problems. And here I had to think for a while, what's white's idea? Probably he wants to bring more pieces in. So rook h5 is one idea. Maybe he wants to give a check, bring the queen here or here. That's why I was thinking, what can I do to prevent this? And I came up with the move queen a5, which stops rook h5. And if queen g4, I can block with the queen. So queen a5. Oh yeah, also don't forget, now I'm threatening to take this with check and win the rook. And if I can do that, then the game is almost certainly over. So queen f4, king e8, queen d2. Here I should have remembered my last game and seen that this attacks the f2 pawn. You see very similar stuff. I played queen g5 instead, queen f3, rook f8. Now I finally saw it. And here, after queen e2, I was expecting rook h5. So I was wondering if I should react to this or not. But I found a really nice tactic, you will see it in a moment. King d7, rook h5, And now the queen is the only defender of the rook, which means I can play an intermezzo move, rook takes f2, with the point that rook takes queen is check. So after white takes the queen with the rook, I can take this with check, white has to take, and after h takes g, I'm just, I'm just a piece up, and here my opponent resigned. So as you can see, again, another nice win in the London, or against the London, with this interesting system. So if you liked this video, then please like, subscribe or leave a comment, and I will see you maybe in one of my next videos.